WKBN 27 First News starts now with breaking news.
That's the only thing we were concerned about, 8,000 gallons of gas.
A tanker truck flips on Interstate 80, bursting into flames and catching other vehicles on fire. Now we know this could have the interstate shut down for 8 hours or more. We have live team coverage as crews work to clean up the mess, plus what the long-term impacts could be on the environment. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Wood. We first told you about this crash shortly after it happened at 6 o'clock this morning on First News. We've had multiple crews at the scene since then, talking with firefighters, EMA workers, and even drivers caught in the mess and forced to abandon their cars. First News reporter GERRY RICCIUTTI begins our team coverage this noon live from Interstate 80.
Lauren, the fire's out. The vehicles are being towed away. The big question now is when will this stretch of Interstate 80 reopen after a fiery crash this morning near Belmont Avenue on I-80 in Liberty Township. It happened about 6 o'clock this morning. State troopers believe the driver of a semi pulling a tanker drifted off the side of the roadway, couldn't correct himself, and then fell off into a ditch. Two other vehicles came up behind him and tried to lend assistance, but the tanker's load of roughly 8,000 gallons of gasoline quickly ignited, consuming not only all three of the vehicles, but actually melting some of the roadway. We have some sound from the State Highway Patrol explaining the situation.
We have to look at the road. There was one of the vehicles was on the road when it caught on fire. The fire was so intense they could not put the flames out. So we don't know what kind of damage was caused to the actual road. So we're still looking at that. It may, I can't even estimate really when it'll be open.
At this point, as I said, the road is being cleared up. The next step here will be to have engineers with ODOT and construction crews assess the damage that was done by this fire this morning. It could be, I'm told, 8 hours or more sometime this evening before this stretch of 80 East is reopened to traffic. In the meantime, areas around it remain closed, although I can look off to my left, your right, and at this point 80 westbound is open again. We're told 7-Eleven is reopened as well. We'll have much more coming up throughout the afternoon on our website, WKBN.com, as well as later today at 5 and 6 on First News. For now, live along Interstate 80 in Liberty, I'm GERRY RICCIUTTI. Lauren?
Thanks, Jerry. And First News actually spoke with one of those drivers who stopped to help the semi-driver. Randy Walter was on his way to work when he saw the tractor trailer on its side starting to catch fire. He immediately jumped into action. Walters ran over to the ditch to help get the truck driver out of his cab, and luckily he seemed to be okay.
Didn't look too bad. He was struggling to get out of the ditch. That's about all I helped him with, and I wanted to make sure there was nobody else in there.
Once the driver got out, that's when he told Walters there was more than 8,000 gallons worth of gas inside the trailer. They immediately ran as far away as possible. Now, Walters and the driver are both okay, but Walters' car was consumed by those flames. He says it is totaled. The environmental impacts of this crash are another big concern for emergency workers. All morning long, we could hear first responders talking about how to go about fighting the fire based on the effect it could have on the environment. There's concern not only about fuel from the tanker, but also the materials being used to put out those flames. First News reporter Matt Jones spent the day getting answers about the impact both of those could have. He continues our team coverage this noon.
Good morning, Lauren. I'm over here at Little Squaw Creek, just around a quarter mile away from where the accident took place this morning. Actually, just over that hill is Highway I-80, and you can actually hear cars begin to start moving again from this location. Now, what we're concerned about today is the environmental impacts of that crash. We obviously know that oil is not safe to local creeks like the one behind me, but also the impact of the foam they use to put out of that fire. Whether it's toxic to this environment, we're still trying to answer those details. Now, I've spoken with several people up and down this creek. They've given me the same story, and that's that the EPA has already been up and down this creek, staying on top of the developing situation. And we will also keep you up to date right here on WKBN and WKBN.com. In Trumbull County, I'm meteorologist Matt Jones for 27 First News.